Everyone, welcome to class. I'm Mrs. Weakley. I'm your business education teacher this year, and I look forward to a great year. Let me give you a little background on myself. I was years ago in the United States Air Force, served active duty for 4 years, got out of the military, and went to school at University of Georgia, where I received my bachelor's of business administration with a marketing major. Went into the business world for several years and then decided to go back to school and get my master's in education. And here I am, looking forward to teaching you all. When you first came in the door, you received a card that had a number on it. Please, if you have not done so already, match up your card with a number on a table. This is a little video from Kid President. It's a little pep talk video. If you haven't heard from Kid President before, you'll enjoy him. We will watch this a little bit later. Let's talk about my expectations. You all are young adults now. You're in high school, and I expect a lot of you because of that. I want you to know we won't float through this school year. You will learn a lot, and I do expect a lot, but we will have some fun. That's guaranteed. My expectations are pretty simple. You need to respect me, and I will respect you in return. Respect your classmates. Just treat them as you'd want to be treated. Have a good attitude, an open mind for learning, and stay motivated. And key is participation. If you participate in the daily activities, you will get 100% on your participation grade. That's 20% of your grade. It can make or break a final grade. Take notes. There will be times where we have lecture-based lessons, which isn't very frequent, but when we do, you should take notes. I will be checking notebooks prior to tests. And lastly, if you're absent, it's your responsibility to catch up. You must get with me about your makeup work. I'm not going to come find you. And after you've returned and 1 week later you still have missing assignments, those will become zeros. Our classroom procedures, we will have a bell ringer assignment each day. As soon as the bell rings, we'll have a small assignment that will open up our lesson. It will be up on the board. So part of our procedures is to find your seat and start working on your bell ringer assignment. These are part of your participation grade. Homework, that's always a big question for students. I don't give homework on a regular basis. We will do most of our work in class, and a lot of our class participation is project-based. I will give you time, most of the time, to complete these in class. There will be a couple of outside of the classroom projects that you will be responsible for throughout the year. One exception to the homework rule. If you are goofing off in class and you've had plenty of time to get your daily work done and you didn't, then yes, you will have homework. It is expected the next day. We've got some rules, pretty typical stuff. Be on time every day. It's disruptive when people come in tardy. So be on time every day. 3 tardies will receive a lunch detention. And when you come in, be respectful, quiet, and orderly, please. And when the bell rings, please be in your seat with your supplies ready. Already have your pencil sharpened and your paper out. If you don't have paper, you'll need to ask for your supplies of your neighbor prior to the bell ringing. Of course, like I said before, we'll start that bell ringer assignment right away. Please be courteous and raise your hand if you have a question. And no cell phones. The only exception to this is going to be an occasional reward, which I will let you know, possibly towards the tail end of class time. Occasionally, you will be allowed to bring your cell phones out. That's going to be the only time. And absolutely no food or drinks are allowed in the lab. Computers do not mix well with food and drink. They are not allowed. Please leave them in the trash can at the door before you walk in. And clean up your area before you leave. If you have papers that you don't need, do not leave them in my room. Take them to the trash can on your way out. And lastly, don't get up before the bell. Do not try to leave before I dismiss you. I will tell you when it's time to go, not the bell. The grading policies are pretty simple. We take on the grading scale of the school. 90 to 100 is an A, 80 to 89 is a B, 70 to 79 is a C, and so on. Class participation is 20%. Homework, which we won't have very much, but occasionally we will, that is 30%. Assessments, you will have a couple of tests along the way. They will be 30%, and your final, which could be a portfolio or a final exam, will be worth 20% of your grade. If there are any questions, please ask at this time. And let's take our first pop quiz. Food and drinks, are they allowed in the class? No. After 3 tardies, what will you receive? A lunch detention. Which of these are class rules? Enter the classroom quietly, have supplies ready and be ready to learn, no cell phones, no food or drinks. Well, of course, all of the above. How much of your final grade is class participation worth? Yes, 20%. The pep talk, was that from Kid President? True or false?